Welcome back, everyone. Netflix still reeling from not one, but two major sell-offs following its past two earnings reports, where it clipped a cool $50 billion from its market cap each time. The streaming service saw one of its worst drops on record, 35% after a surprise loss in subscribers announced in last month's earnings call. But there was a time in the company's history where 200,000 subscribers was a peak. We're hitting the rewind button with Yahoo Finance's Jared Blikre, who is taking us all the way back to the late 90s. Jared.
That's right. And by the way, nice suit, Brad. I'm liking that style, the pinstripes. So we're talking about frosted tips, grunge music, dial-up internet, and of course, video rental. We're going back to the 1990s, where if you wanted to watch a movie on Friday nights, Blockbuster was king. Nowadays, only one of the iconic blue brick-and-mortar storefronts are shuttered, with Blockbuster Co. mired in bankruptcy court. But at its peak, the video rental chain company had more than 9,000 locations worldwide. And in the late 1990s, Blockbuster was actually in the middle of getting a new CEO. But in the shadow of VHS and Beta, late fees, a new form of media formatting was coming over from Japan. DVDs, they're smaller, like their compact disc cousins, and you don't have to rewind them, best of all, and you could also send them by mail. Now, this is the innovation that birthed the billion-dollar baby that would become Netflix. The company was started in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, and in an effort to launch a rental service that was more convenient and avoided those pesky late fees, the duo started experimenting with sending DVDs back and forth through the mail, and the rest is history. After some tweaking, the company pressed play on a successful business model. No due dates, no late fees, unlimited DVDs delivered straight to your door for just $19.95 a month. By 1999, Netflix boasted 239,000 subscribers and a library of 3,100 titles. Movies as a service turned out to be way ahead of its time. Now, Netflix hit the 1 million subscribers mark in 2001, and a year later, 2002, Netflix went public at $15 per share. Nowadays, that would be $210 adjusted for splits. That's 14 to 1. In 2007, Netflix launched its online streaming service, and by 2012, the company rolled out its very first original show, Lilyhammer, and also House of Cards. The rest, as they say, was history as far as its ventures behind the silver screen. Now, the stock was an early pandemic darling, reaching its height of $700 per share back in November of 2021, right as most growth stocks were topping. Now, Netflix isn't the booming stock that it was at the beginning of the pandemic, but let's take a look at a chart here. This is going to be let's take a look here. We got 1 year. Let's take it back to the beginning of the pandemic and a little bit before. That's 3 years. And you can see we are hitting lows we have not crossed in that time. And you take a look at a max chart, you can see exactly what has happened here. We have to go all the way back to about 2015, 16, 17. In that area, we have reached a potential support level, but this is clearly a falling knife, guys.